And every year, more than 5 million people are in some type of car accident nationwide. And unfortunately, the people who abide by auto insurance laws in Texas are left with the financial burden of those who don't.
What a nightmare. KTK's Kara Pritchard right now joining us live to share more with the story. Kara.
Well, today I asked East Texans if they had ever been in a car accident with an uninsured driver. And out of the 150 people who took the poll on Facebook, 55% of them said yes.
Headed down 69, headed towards Tyler, and I was rear-ended.
Laura Barton says she's thankful for having full coverage on her auto insurance policy. In February, she was hit by an uninsured driver.
I was transported by EMS to Tyler Hospital. Spent like 6 hours at the hospital trying to run through all the tests and everything.
Several days of missed work and $3,500 in damage to her car.
It's a little bit of an extra bill every month, but it's worth it because if it wouldn't have been for that, I don't know how we would have been able to afford everything.
In Texas, more than 1.5 million drivers are uninsured or underinsured.
Some say they're a safe driver and they don't need insurance, but it's not about that.
Crystal Tabraham sells insurance, and recently she was reminded the importance of her job.
A close family member was in a horrible accident and is still in the hospital. You don't think about coverages and what you need and what you don't need until it actually happens.
She says some people think if they don't have insurance or any assets, no one can sue.
That's not true. A judgment, if it's taken against you, can follow you around for 10 years or more.
Walker says the number of uninsured motorists in East Texas is probably not any higher than it is across the country, but it's still too high.
In most of those situations, you're going to have a defendant or a driver that caused the crash who probably doesn't have sufficient assets or ability to cover the damages, and in that case, you're just out of luck.
And no one wants to hear those three words after an accident. Now, the state of Texas does require all drivers to have insurance, but Walker says people have figured out ways to get around the law, and it's difficult to police. He says this morning a bill was passed by the House to prevent insurance companies from selling named driver policies. If you'd like to know more about that and what that means, head over to our website, easttexasmatters.com. Reporting live, Kara Pritchard, KETK News.
Tonight we have more